If you are an enthusiast, then you should be watching this video till the very end because KTM has dropped a bomb with the announcement of the 2024 125, 250 and the 390 Duke. So many things to talk about, so without wasting any more time, let's get right to it. Now, before I talk about the changes, it is important to acknowledge that back in the day, Bajaj along with KTM absolutely changed the Indian automotive industry. The arrival of the Dukes meant that we as enthusiasts had access to fun, fast, performance motorcycles that came at a very affordable price. Now, the Duke range over the years has gotten expensive and I will talk about that towards the end of this video. But for now, I need to talk about one motorcycle in particular which I am super excited about, and that's the 390 Duke. While we don't have access to the full spec sheet yet, what I can tell you for sure is that this is an all-new engine. The stroke is longer and that suggests that KTM's probably working on this being a little torquey, and this should hopefully address the emptiness of the bottom end that we have complained about all these years. The displacement has gone up, so now this is a 399cc engine and so has power and torque. The gearbox is new, but there is no quick shifter as standard, which is a bummer. But there are 3 riding modes. There's street, rain and track. And when you switch to track mode, the layout on the display changes. There's also a launch control, which I think is absolutely crazy. And while we are here, I also want to tell you that this is an all-new TFT display, which will come with Bluetooth connectivity as well. There's a new frame in place, so a redesigned trolley frame with a new subframe that KTM says is made of pressure die-cast aluminium. The swing arm is new as well, but all of this is just spec talk, and we would love to see how these changes feel in real life, and we will get to do that once we ride it, and that's going to happen next month. Moving on, let's talk about the suspension. WP takes up suspension duties both at the front as well as the rear. But what's interesting to see here is the adjustability or offer. So compression and rebound on the front, rebound and preload at the rear. I have a feeling, and that feeling says that we might not get the adjustable suspension in India. And even if we do, we might see it as a variant similar to something that we have seen on the 390 Adventure series. Now, when we talk about the rear shock, it's not centered, it is offset, and that has done 2 things. One, it has made space for a larger airbox, which contributes to performance. And second, it's also helped in the reduction of seat height. Now, the standard seat height is going to be 820 mm, but you also have the option of reducing it further to 800 mm. So people who have complained about a taller seat height for the 390 Duke in the past, I don't think there will be anything to complain about now. Before I start summing up, I want to highlight that the 390 Duke will get new lighter wheels, and lighter wheels means less unsprung mass, which should make the Duke a better handling motorcycle. But I'm not saying that the 390 Duke was a bad handling motorcycle in the first place, but this should take things to the next level. My expectations are really high. Now, the international model is seen with Michelins, but when it comes to India, I expect the motorcycle to have either Apollos or MRFs, and that is primarily to keep the costs in check. And with that, let's talk about pricing. Okay, hear me out. Everything got expensive over time and the KTMs weren't spared either. Now, the current Duke costs close to 3 lakh rupees ex-showroom, and the new one is expected to be 20 to 25,000 rupees more expensive. I will be very surprised if the new 390 Duke costs less than rupees 3.2 lakh ex-showroom, but I like surprises. We know the dry weight, which is 165 kilos, but we still don't know the curb weight, the fuel tank capacity and the ground clearance. And of course, we are yet to see it in flesh and ride it. That is hopefully going to happen next month. And along with the 390 Duke, I will get to see the 125 and the 250 Duke as well. More on those motorcycles later, but for now, I think the 390 Duke looks absolutely killer. I know a lot of you guys aren't really sure of the looks, so I'm more than happy to have a conversation about this in the comment section. One last thing, I really hope the 390 Duke continues to be an entertaining motorcycle like it's always been. But I am super duper excited. I will see you in the comments. Please stay subscribed to PowerDrift, stay notified. My name is Varun Painter, and I will see you later.